Alrighty, here we go. What up, trucking dad? Early morning. Happy July 4th, by the way, brother. Let's see what else. I can remove this banner. There we go. Let's lower the music a little bit. I gotta start getting maybe another little playlist together. This one, I use it a lot. Nice little generic music. All right, trucking dad, I did make one critical mistake. Hey, Richard, welcome back, good sir. Thank you for being here yet again. Good to see you. But yeah, trucking dad, I forgot to get the latest patch for the Falcon 50. So, oh well, we're gonna have to survive with how she currently performs. Guys, welcome back to the channel. We're coming to you live this morning, July 4th. If you're a fellow American in the United States or across the world, happy July 4th. If you're elsewhere in the world watching, thank you for being here with us. We're going to get this flight going from Vancouver in Canada, and we're going to head down to Ontario, California. I actually love flying in there. Beautiful place. And I've never flown out of Canada in the sim before. I just bought the scenery. Really wish we can explore it, but maybe once we fire up and all that, we'll go around. Let's get all the static stuff out of the way. I don't think we're going to need to be towed here. We've got a pretty clear ramp. Yep, this is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and connect my torque link. Make sure I don't forget that one. And you know what? Let's follow the pre-flight walk around, how the checklist wants us to do it. So let's see. Radome cover looks good. Pitot looks good. AOA vane looks good. Static port is clear. I know the temperature probe down here is clear. This is going to be nice. Early morning departure. Landing light looks good. Leading edge slats look a-okay. Yep, no leaks, no squeaks, no peaks, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, trucking dad. So yeah, dude, I was telling myself, ma'am, please give me a heads up next time. Yeah, I was trying to like configure everything before I even started the flight, and as soon as I pressed live, my brain said, hey dummy, you didn't update the Falcon 50. So we're gonna see if we have another wingtip strike on the landing there. So there we go. Remove the inlet covers, and we're rocking the, I think this is the factory Falcon livery from Dassault. So it looks great on the Falcon 50. Really makes it look modern. And obviously the Falcon 50 is not that old of an airplane when you talk about the 50EX, which I believe saw production through the 2000s, but this is a Bravo model, so it is older. But regardless, it looks great, looks elegant, very clean, and we've got the big old American flag right there. So looks beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and open up our aft baggage. Looking good. Oh, really? Trucking that? I thought there was another experimental patch that they released. I could have been reading something a little outdated, but... Oh, look at that, guys. My passengers are just... I guess they spent the night up on the airplane. All right, well, let's go inside. Let's get ready to power on the airplane. I don't want them getting mad. Oh, this is going to be awesome. We're going to have a nice little dark cockpit. There we go. Music's off, boys and girls. We've got the sim brief flight plan already downloaded, weight and balance set. We're going to go ahead and just get this thing going. So I'm going to hide the EFB for now. Let's go ahead and get some power. Yeah, let's see if I can get some overhead lighting. I'll do it here in a second. Let me just get the battery on. Nav light can go on. We're gonna arm the seat belts. No smoking signs. Emergency exit lights are armed. We're going to go ahead and turn on our inverters. Close that bus tie. See, good amps, good volts. Number 2 boost pump coming on. Let's get that APU master on. Turn the generator on, and we're going to wait for the start to illuminate. Let's see. I don't think that's going to work quite yet. I'm going to wait for the APU to fire up, and then we'll get all the lighting set up accordingly. But yeah, generators are all on. Well, switched to the on position, not necessarily on. Everything else looks good. go ahead and turn on our electronic flight instrument systems and radio masters. Get those to fire up. There we go. Now she's alive. Here we go. Let's get that APU started. Nice and early. Waking up the neighborhood. Don't forget, boys and girls, press on your McDo there, or whatever Dassault calls it. Very, very important. Otherwise, your FMS won't turn on. We're going to set the INS and IRS knobs to align. Well, pretty much nav. Again, based on real Falcon 50 drivers, this is what they use. They'll just go straight to nav instead of align. Why? No idea. So, copy all. Truck and dead. I'll keep an eye out for that, brother. Thank you for the clarity. Okay, we're going to give it another minute on the APU generator to stabilize itself. There we go. Overhead. Let's get that going. Damn, look at that integrated lighting. Looks pretty good. Pretty damn good. And you can see our voltage went up. That's a good sign. We are on the APU, the APU generator. We're going to turn on that dinosaur of a GPS unit. We're going to confer with our ATIS in just a moment to see what's going on here in Vancouver. We're going to say it's been about 2 minutes. RPM stable, EGT stable, generator load is good. Bleed air on. Okay, let's see if we can pick up ATIS real quick, see what's going on here. By the way, trucking, I will say the, whatchamacallit, the call sign. I think I finally got it figured out for say intentions. We're about to test it. And you're asking, hold on, number 2 fuel booster for APU start. Yeah, according to the checklist that I was going through for the tutorial, you want to have that number 2 boost pump on. I guess, unlike most airplanes that will feed off your number 1 side, this feeds off the number 2 tank. So interesting. I didn't know that until I read the checklist. So it's pretty cool. All right, what's our ATIS? 124.6. I need to get myself like an actual physical radio knob.
Information kilo.
There we go.
1000 Zulu. Arriving runway 08 left. Departing runway 08 right. Wind 120 at 10. Visibility 10. Q at 5000. Temperature 14, 2.13. Altimeter 3005. Density
Okay, altimeter's already set.
200 feet. Advise on initial contact. You have information kilo.
We got kilo 1 to 1.4 for clearance. There we go. All right, guys. So, like I was telling Truck and Dad, we are with that Flight Sim Airways, right? That's our own airline, which, by the way, Truck and Dad is our chief pilot. So, Truck and Dad, big shout out to you, brother. He is managing a lot of stuff behind the scenes there. I wish I could pay him with real money, but instead I'm offering him virtual currency for managing a fleet of airplanes that don't really exist. So, but yeah, let me show you guys. I'm going to open up JetCard on your end so you can see what I am talking about if you're new. Where is it? Window capture. There she goes. So right here, that is our dispatch. So you can see TFS, that is our 3-letter identifier for that Flight Sim Airways. Our call sign is Mako. So we're going to see if Say Intentions recognizes my custom VA airline, which I just told it to do. And you can see we've got a flight from Vancouver to Ontario, just under 1,000 nautical miles to go. Block time of 2 hours and 47 minutes. We will not be cruising at 41,000 feet. I have adjusted that. I have been noticing that the Falcon 50 doesn't really like to get up there too high on the flight levels, at least in my experience. So that's just a word of caution, a word of advice. If you are going to be flying the, whoops, this thing just blew up. There we go. You're going to be flying the 50. Once you start getting up there past the 30,000, it gets to be a little bit of a struggle bus, but you can do whatever you want, right? It's your airplane, your sim, have at it. But just be forewarned, it's going to be a struggle. Anyways, we're going to be heading down to Ontario. We've got a, looks like a real estate dude. He's trying to go and do some stuff. Spencer Dixon. He's flying to Ontario with 5 others to attend a deposition, active litigation that requires the CEO of Redstone Equity Partners. Blackstone, Redstone. And then our second leg will be from Ontario to Albany, New York, but that's going to be on another day, not today. But yeah, this is pretty cool, guys. I love the fact that we have a virtual airline. Check it out. We've got 7 aircraft, 4 pilots, bringing in some money. Right now, Truck and Dad and several other members of the airline have been putting in some work. Look at that, just making money. So guys, if you're looking to join a growing little airline, come and join us. It's fun. We don't take it too seriously. We just want to have some fun, make some fake money, but keep growing. All right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get back onto the flight. Whoa, what happened? Why did it disconnect? Come on. That's weird. I've never had it disconnect. We're going to see if it comes back. There we go. It connected. Okay, we're good. All right, let's hide that. Let's go ahead and get clearance, okay? So we're a Mako 550. We're going to give clearance a call and see what they tell us. Vancouver. Oh, got to get this microphone. There we go. Vancouver clearance. Good morning, Mako 550 with Kilo, requesting IFR Ontario.
Mako 550 clear to Ontario. Radar vectors C. Venice filed. Climb 5000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure on 126.125. Squawk 1147. Expect runway 08 right.
Okay, got that. Clear to Ontario. Radar vector Seattle. Venice found. Climb maintain 5000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure 126125. Squawking 1147. We'll be expecting 8 right for the departure for Mako 550. So it worked. That's cool. Okay, and then 1147.
Mako 550, read back correct. Ground is on 121.7. Safe flight, sir.
Ground on 121.7. Thank you for Mako 550. How lovely. How kind. The Canadians are a lovely, lovely people. 1147. There we go. Squawk set. Departure frequency set. Initial climb altitude set.
WestJet 221 ready to push.
WestJet 221.
And yeah, trucking. Yeah, we're still using the tail number. Don't know how to change that again. I have to see how it'll generate different tail number or flight numbers. Okay, so there's the flight. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, whatever. Let's just load it. Although I do kind of want to show you guys. Hold up. Back. Let's go to flight plan. Let's go to CYVR because I want to show you guys. We've got a couple of Jet Airways, and I covered it in our tutorial. But if you're watching this live for the first time, I want to show you how to do this. Okay, so let me bring up our dispatch view. There we go. So direct Seattle, Jet 65, LMT, Jets 189. Okay. So after runway 8 right, we're going to select the empty field. I'll put Seattle. There it is. After Seattle, we're going to join the Jet 65 Airways. We're going to type in by pressing pound or hashtag the identifier for that airway, Jet 65. Enter. And then let's see, select ending waypoint LMT. There she is. From Seattle to LMT. Enter. And that way we've told it that we're going via the Jet 65 airway to LMT. Subsequently, we can select the
Cargo
empty
Jet
field.
2303 request pushback.
Now we can put Jets 189.
Cargo Jet 2303, pushback approved, no conflicting traffic.
Pushback and start.
And then we're going to be going to Lynn. There we go. From LMT to Lynn. Then we go direct to TTE.
WestJet 4345, ready to taxi.
There we go. And now we can select our arrival.
Runway 8 right, taxi by Juliet Alpha, Juliet Lima.
That's going to be Kilo Oscar November Tango. I'm going to press enter.
Runway 8 right, taxi via Juliet
And 26
Alpha,
left
Juliet
for
Lima,
this morning.
hold short of runway 13, WestJet 4345.
Let's see our transitions. TTE. There she is. Press enter. And it automatically knows that that is part of the Ziggy 8 arrival into Ontario. So we'll press enter.
Air Canada 8147, pushback approved.
And we should have our flight plan pretty much ready to go.
Air Canada 8147.
There we go. Now we can go to VNAV. This one, Truck and Dat taught me, so let's go ahead and do that really quick.
Air Canada 4971,
Press the
ready to
inactive.
taxi.
Press back. Oh, look at that, Truck and Dat. Hold on. Let me make sure I've got everything set here correctly.
Air Canada
That's new.
4971, runway 8 right, taxi via Juliet Bravo, Juliet Lima, hold short of runway 13.
The invalid, let me see, data, enter, cruise. Yeah, we're going to be cruising at flight level 350, transition altitude. So that's weird. Never seen this, man.
Runway 8 right, taxi via Juliet Bravo, Juliet Lima, hold short of runway 13, Air Canada.
You know what? Now that I did this
4971.
by hand, let me just load it straight from SimBrief. Let me see what happens. Same thing.
Air Canada 7364, request push and start.
Air Canada 7364, push and start at your discretion.
Yeah, everything's in there. TTE.
Push and start approved. Air
Let's go to
Canada
arrive.
7364.
Transition. We're going to do this again just to make sure we've got the proper arrival. And then runway, it was 26 left.
Ready to taxi.
Encore 1671, runway 8 right, taxi via Echo Golf Hotel Lima, hold short
Okay.
of runway 13.
VNAV,
Runway 8
inactive.
right, taxi via Echo
There we go.
Golf
Okay.
Hotel
My bad, folks.
Lima,
I might have
hold
forgotten
short
something
of
on my
runway
end, so
13,
now we've got a
Encore
proper VNAV
1671.
profile. That's set up. Let's go to flight plan here. Keep that open. Let's see.
Cargo Jet 2303, ready to taxi.
Cargo Jet 2303.
Yeah, trucking that. So I don't have a departure per se. We're just going direct Seattle, but I loaded it from SimBrief, and I guess I must have missed something. So there we go. We're good to go now.
Runway 8 right, taxi via
let me
Delta
check a
Whiskey,
few
Delta
other
5,
things.
hold short of runway 26
Heighten
left,
the yoke.
Cargo Jet 2303.
Switching our nav source to the
Air
FMS.
Canada 7364, ready to taxi.
Air Canada 7364, runway 8 right.
Bring that
taxi via
range.
Lima, hold short of runway 13.
Runway 8 right, taxi via Lima, hold short of runway
Okay, I'm gonna have to
13,
get some
Air Canada
hydraulic pressure on, so
7364.
we're gonna turn on the standby pump for a minute. Let's go ahead and get that parking brake on.
Cargo Jet 2303, cross runway 26 left.
Crossing 26 left, Cargo Jet
There we go.
2303.
Anti-collision light on for the beacon light. We're gonna be getting ready to fire up here in just a moment.
Flare 557, request pushback.
Flare 557,
Oh, it's all good,
pushback
trucking.
approved,
I
no
just got my
conflicting
coffee down the pipes here in just a few minutes ago, so
Start approved, Flare 557.
not bad, man. Brakes off. Let's go ahead and walk around real quick. There we go. Brakes are on. Do not tow. Let's pull chocks.
UPS 4060, ready for push and start.
UPS 4060, push and start at your discretion.
Baggage, it's kind of empty. I guess they're all taking suitcases today. Not bad.
4060.
Okay, looking good.
Pasco 315.
Here comes the deafening APU.
Pasco 059, push and start at your discretion.
Roger, pushback approved, Pasco 3159er.
All right, she looks good.
Air Canada 4971, give way to the
Truck and
Boeing
Dat, copy that, sir.
737
No pressure, huh? I'm definitely going to royally screw this
Giving
up.
way to the Boeing 737, Air Canada 49er.
Pull back on this thing. Come on. Don't embarrass me. There we go. I failed the check right. A little dark in here, by the way. Let me get some
WestJet
lighting in here.
90149er, doors closed, ready for push and start.
WestJet 90149, pushback approved, no conflicting traffic.
Roger, pushback approved. WestJet 9er 149er. Clear 557 ready to taxi.
Just double checking a few things here, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and get our booster pumps on. Make sure these are in the ground start in the middle.
Runway 8 right taxi via Echo Golf Hotel Lima. Hold short of runway 13 clear 557.
Get our galley. There we go. I knew I was missing something. Nah, their lights are still off. Oh well. Won't worry about that. Let's hide the thingy.
Air Canada 289, push approved, expect taxi shortly.
Ground Mako 550, ready to start engines.
Push and start approved. Air Canada 289er.
Okay, I don't have to call ground. Screw it.
550 Vancouver ground, contact tower on 125.65.
Negative. We just want to start engines at the ramp. We're going to start engines, all right? Let's go ahead and start number 2.
Mako 550, startup approved.
Startup approved for Mako 550. And 2's climbing. There we go. We got at least 12%. There's the call out.
UPS 4060 ready to taxi.
UPS 4060, runway 8 right taxi via the
Kelly Thompson, hello from Kruger National Park, South Africa. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the stream. We are about to get started with our flight here. Thank you so much for spending your time with us this lovely morning or afternoon, where you're at in South Africa.
3159 ready to taxi.
Number 3. Oops, wrong button.
Pasco 3159, runway 8 right taxi via Alpha, hold short of runway
10,
31.
12, there we go.
Runway 8 right taxi via Alpha, hold short of runway 31 Pasco 3159er.
Air Canada 7364, cross runway 13.
Looks good. Waiting for about 30% there, or just shy of 30% and 1. Perfect. Let's start number 1.
Clear 5720 ready for push and start.
There she goes.
Clear 5720, push approved, expect taxi shortly.
Watching ITT N1. Keep an eye on oil pressure and temperature. Fuel flow established. That's good. ITT looks happy. And 1 climbing. And I think I mentioned this on the tutorial or another live stream, but look at the temperature on the oil there. We started number 2 first, so therefore it makes sense it's a little warmer. Number 3 is catching up, and look at number 1. All 3 oil pressure indicators are showing in the green, but I love those subtle details like that. That is awesome.
Air Canada 4971, cross runway 13. Cross 13, Air Canada 4971.
Okay, we're all set. Let's do our quick performance calculation. We're gonna go ahead and sync bugs, sync the weight. V1 at 100, rotating at 114. Slats or flaps free track 129, clean by 139. 32.8 thousand pounds is our gross weight this morning. Flaps will be slats plus 20 degrees, power of 98.0 and 1, climbing at 96.8. And we're gonna need just shy of 4,000 feet to take off. So we're gonna go ahead and verify that speed books are set. There they are on the airspeed indicator, gross weight and totalizer. Perfect, 32.8, 20 pounds used. I am happy with that. Let's go ahead and extend the flaps. Oh, before I do that, let me go ahead and get this emergency horizon nice and level.
No conflicting traffic.
Pushback and start approved. Philippines 6434.
Here we are. And before I even call ground, I just want to make sure I've got my charts pulled up. So let's go to Falcon 50.
Ready for push and start.
Air Canada 9787, pushback approved.
This is one thing that I personally don't like too much. The Navigraph like link or whatever they call it is a bit laggy. You can see how, look at this, it's taking forever to load up. We're going to unload this flight plan. That was MSP to CYVR. Send brief.
65 Air Canada 7364.
Yeah, look at how slow this thing loads.
Roger, pushback approved. Flare 1582.
Good God, man, this thing is laggy. Okay, so here we are. We're going to be expecting runway 8 right for our departure.
Cross 13, flare 557.
So relatively easy taxi instructions ahead. We're probably going to get Alpha,
Flare 570,
hold short or cross
ready to taxi.
3-1, and then what is this? Yeah, Alpha 8 right. I mean, that doesn't get any better than that.
8 right taxi via Echo Golf Hotel Lima, hold short of runway 13.
Okay, let's go flaps and
Runway 8
slats.
right taxi via
20.
Echo Golf Hotel.
We're going to check stabilizer trim.
Hold short of runway 13, flare 5720.
Let's go ahead and stop that APU now. We don't want to keep burning gas.
Ground, Skywest
Bleeder
3018,
off.
taxi to the ramp.
Skywest 3018, taxi to park.
Then we're going to give the stop command.
Cargo jet 84903 cleared for push and start.
Mach trim on.
Philippines 6434, runway
And
8 right
last
taxi
thing is, once
via
the
Juliet
APU is
Alpha,
off,
Juliet Lima, hold
we can go to
short
flight
of
normal
runway
on the
13.
bus tie.
Jet 4345, cross runway 13.
Crossing 13, WestJet 4345.
There we go. We got the FMS. This is the nav sorts there. There we go. Everything should be good to go. And the only things on the annunciator panel are the pedal heats, which we will do before taking the runway. All right, let's go ground. Ground, Mako 550 requesting taxi for departure.
Air Canada 9787, runway 8 right taxi via Juliet Charlie, Juliet Lima, hold short of runway 13. Echo 550, runway 08 right taxi via Alpha, hold short of runway 31.
Runway 8 right via Alpha, hold short of runway 31 for Mako 550. Let's go. Taxi light on. We're going to give it a little juice here.
Air Canada 4742, cross runway 13.
Cross runway 13, Air Canada 4742.
Nose wheel steering feels good. Let's hug the outside here so that we don't hit that cardinal that's doing things with that
Flare 1582,
citation.
ready to taxi.
We're going to ignore that.
Flare 1582, runway 8
Let's
right
go
taxi
outside.
via Juliet Charlie, Juliet Lima, hold short of runway 13.
Oh,
Runway 8 right taxi via
I just cut off that
Charlie,
7.6.
Juliet Lima, hold short of runway 13, flare 1582.
whoops. Yeah, that cargo dog is not going to be too happy.
Flare 557, contact tower on 125.65.
Like the scenery, guys. This is from F Sim Studio. Never tried their sceneries before, as far as I can remember, but looks really good. And it's, you know, early morning, nighttime-ish. I'm sure it looks great, lit up with the sunlight. All right, you know what? Let's enable my yoke camera. There we go. What's up? We're gonna do a flight controls check here.
Runway 8 right taxi via
And then we're gonna hold short of 3-1.
Juliet Lima, hold short of runway 13 on course 7149er.
All right. Good elevator.
Maka 550, cross runway 31, then continue taxi via Alpha, hold short of runway 08 right.
Crossing 3-1, continuing via Alpha, holding short of 8 right for Mako 550. Get all the lights on. Nobody's on the departure end here.
Cargo jet 8493, cross runway 26 right.
The tower, WestJet 4345.
There's some weird lights in the distance. You guys see that?
5720, cross runway 13.
What the hell is that?
Crossing 13, flare 5720.
Are there mountains over there?
Jazz 877, ready to taxi. Runway 8 right taxi via Echo Golf Hotel Lima, hold short of runway 13, Jazz 877.
All right, there we go. Whew, come on, I'm excited, guys. It's gonna be a good flight. I can feel it. Early morning departure. Hopefully some good tailwinds on the way down there. And like I said, Ontario's a beautiful, beautiful place to land into. Love it. So some quick checks, monitoring my engine indicating systems. Everything looks good. Like I said, no squeaks, no beeps, no leaks.
Juliet Alpha, Juliet Lima. United 8206, pushback approved. Cargo jet 2303 cross runway 31.
Cross runway 31, cargo jet 2303.
He's still holding back there. Okay, good.
Alaska 2885.
Easy taxi today, boys and girls. I love it. Look at the ghosting, by the way.
2885, pushback approved. No
Can't get rid of that.
traffic.
Cleared push and start. Alaska 2885.
Oh yeah, trucking that. Trust me, I remembered. I saw the emergency horizon just kind of chilling like that sideways, and I'm like, whoops.
Air Canada 898, runway 8 right taxi.
All right, one quick check, see how she feels. Historically, the Falcon 50 has been very nose heavy, but I've got good travel here. Let's see how she goes.
Philippines 6434, cross runway 13.
Crossing 13, Philippines 6434.
All right, I'm gonna stow the EFB as I don't need that. I don't have a SID. Just gonna get radar vectors to Seattle.
8 right taxi via Juliet Charlie, Juliet Lima, hold short of runway 13, Jazz 519er.
We got traffic out there, guys. Assuming a lot of international arrivals.
Cross runway 31.
Cross 31, Pasco 3159er. Cross 26 left, FedEx 3.
Oh, look at Philippines, 777-300. Yeehaw. It's a big girl right there.
Baker 550, contact tower 125.65.
125.65 for Mako 550.
Baco 550, contact tower on 125.65.
125.65 for Mako 550. Okay, 125.65. We're going to tune our standby to 126.125 for our departure. There we go. Let's call tower. Let them know we are holding short of 8 right on Alpha. Airlines get the full length. We don't need it. We're okay.
Jazz 877, hold short of runway 13. 13, holding short, Jazz 877.
I agree, trucking that. That taxi light is a little bit dim. Agreed, sir. Vancouver Tower, Mako 550 holding short of 8 right at Alpha, ready for departure.
Air Canada 4742, number 108 right, ready. Mako 550, Vancouver Tower, runway 08 right, hold short, you're number 1 behind the 737 MAX.
Holding short of 8 right behind the 737 MAX for Mako 550. You guys see that? The 777 just turned on its landing lights, and they probably blinded the hell. Look, he's flashing him again. Must be nice being the big guy, huh? Just bullying all these other little brothers of his. 777 surrounded by 3 Maxes. That's hilarious. He's just flashing his massive landing lights, blinding everybody. What a nice guy he is. Well, we're holding short. Let's see what's going on with our passengers. They're in the dark.
WestJet 4345, good day.
Isn't there buttons here or something? No, I forgot how to turn on the lights. Sorry, guys. We're going nice and chill.
877, cross runway 13.
They seem happy.
Runway 13, Jazz 877.
Oh, she's the boss. I'm gonna go back to the flight deck. I don't like the look on her.
Air Canada 1408, contact ground on 121.7.
Yeah, I forgot what the
121.7.
galley lighting is, or the cabin lighting. I should know by now. Oh well.
UPS 4060, hold short of runway 13. 13 holding short, UPS 4060.
Oh well, they'll be fine. All right, there's the Air Canada Max. Oh, that's not a Max.
Number 108 right.
That's an A220.
Clear 5720, winds 120 runway 08 right, cleared for takeoff. Safe travels.
So that's the dome. Oh wow. There we go. Trucking that, you're the boss, bro. I'm gonna leave it off for departure, but thank you for that, sir.
Jazz 519 hold short of runway 13.
Look, another 777 flashing his landing lights. What's going on with these 777 drivers?
Air Canada 4742. Contact
Okay, so that's the max.
Okay, switching to departure, Air Canada 4742.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. We gotta get going, guys. Come on. Coffee cup is empty. My espresso has been espressoed.
Vancouver Tower, Air Canada 740, established on the ILS runway 0.
Okay, if he doesn't give me a call after this guy, I'm just gonna tell him I'm taking off.
Vancouver Tower, roger.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that trucking that. That's awesome, dude.
Cross runway 13.
Cross 13, Jazz 519er. WestJet 6261.
Come on, dude.
Runway 13.
Get going.
13, holding short, WestJet 6261.
There he goes. Landing lights on. Lit up like a Christmas tree inside.
3035, cross runway 31.
Mako 550, runway 08, right, line up and wait, caution wing turbulence.
Line up and wait for Mako 550 on runway 8 right. Just a taxi light. We're not going to turn on the landing lights or the strobes until we get that clearance for takeoff.
Cross 31, FedEx 3035. Echo 550, runway 08, right, with 12010, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 8 right for Mako 550. All right, strobes on. Landing lights on. We're gonna hold here for a second. Ignition to air, start.
Runway 13.
Holding short of runway 13, WestJet 6261.
Pitot heat on. Let's go and adjust our pressurization.
Cargo Jet 2303, hold short of runway 8 right.
And set it to
Hold
cruise.
short of 8 right, Cargo Jet 2303.
All right, fuel totalizer looks good. Everything's good. Let's get this party started, boys and girls. If I can get my camera set up properly. All right, here we go.
Vancouver Tower, roger.
Slowly get some power. And let's go to takeoff thrust. Takeoff thrust set. I reduced it a little bit. It's a little bit hotter than I want it.
80 knots.
Checked.
WestJet 6261, hold short of runway 13.
Hold short of 13, WestJet 6261.
Cargo Jet 2303, hold short of
Nice.
runway 8 right.
That was smooth.
Holding short of
Gear
runway
up.
8 right, Cargo Jet 2303.
Gonna reduce thrust a little bit here.
Cargo Jet 2303, cross runway 8 right.
Looking for about 96 and 1.
03.
We're gonna start retracting flaps. Let's go to slats.
Philippines 6434 at 08 right, ready when able.
Philippines 6434 with 12010, runway 08 right, clear for takeoff. Safe travels. Mako 550, contact departure.
Clean by 149. Over to departure for Mako 550. Vancouver departure Mako 550 at 1,500, climbing 5,000.
Mako 550, Vancouver departure, radar contact, climb 10,000, turn right heading 145, direct C when able, then on navigation.
Climb maintain 10,000, right turn heading 145, direct C when able. Resume on nav for Mako 550. Okay, we're going up to 5,000 or 10,000. There we go, 10,000 set. We're still hand flying this puppy. There's 130. 140. 145. And then we're going to kind of level the wings here. We're going to keep on climbing. Get a good trim. And then we're going to arm direct Seattle. So we're going to go direct. Enter. We're going to arm nav. There we go from our present position. And you know what? I'm going to use that little head-in auto throttle feature right there. Clicking that screw. Yaw damper is on. And let's look for a speed, a target climb speed. Let's go about 250 for now. Obviously, we're underneath 10,000. And autopilot coming on. It's going to accelerate to 250 knots. Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing, sir? It just wants to find that airspeed. Now it should be climbing. Let's see what happens.
Departure Philippines 6434 2000 for 4,000.
See, I don't like that. I don't like that.
6434 Vancouver Center radar contact. Climb and maintain 11,000.
Climb 11,000 Philippines 6434.
There we go.
Mako 550. Climb and maintain 13,000.
Climb, maintain 13,000 from Mako 550. 13,000 set. All right, after takeoff checklist. Gear retracted, no lights. Taxi light off. Ignition can go back to ground start. Lights can stay as they are. Takeoff thrust, or not takeoff, but climb thrust has been set. Pressurization has been set. We can see a climb rate there. And the green. Cabin altitude is catching up. Good. There's 10,000 feet. Any lights can come off. We'll keep the wing inspection light on for now. Yeah, I know about the 250 below 10. It's weird though, because so I know you mentioned to use the climb mode, but when I use the climb mode, it's been acting weird on me lately. And today it acted weird by going to a speed for the climb. I don't know why. I know it dove to look for that airspeed, but that was weird. That's really weird.
Flare 1582.
All right, we're about to hit 13,000. Let's see what departure does. St. Intentions has been doing this lately. They'll leave me at that initial climb, and they won't say anything. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to take over the throttles manually. We're going to keep increasing airspeed. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe I have to go back into Contrail, make sure I do have the latest version of the jet, but that has been a ongoing trend. And again, with St. Intentions, look, we're at 13,000. Let's see if we get told to climb here.
550, contact Seattle Center on 125.1.
Over to center on 125.1 for Mako 550. Bye-bye. Seattle Center, Mako 550 at 13,000, direct to Seattle.
Seattle Center, Alaska US flight level 330, Mako 550, Seattle Center. Good morning, Point Roberts, altimeter 3006, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Altimeter 3006, climb and maintain flight level 210 for Mako 550.
Alaska 56, roger. Good morning, sir.
21,000 set. Let's go climb.
Alaska 56, maintain 300 knots.
Down to 300, Alaska 56.
You know what? We're going to reduce that climb speed. Why is it doing this? Yeah, there we go. Let's go down. Make it about 280.
74217.
Let's give it some power.
200. 742, roger. Good morning, sir.
Seattle Center, WestJet.
And we're going to go ahead and enable that auto throttle little mod. It'll manipulate the throttles. Seatbelt signs can come off.
Roger. Good morning, sir.
Wing inspection light off. Let's see how she does there.
Seattle Center, United 2193 with you.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see how it does now. We got N1 showing about 98.5, 98.7 across the board there. Hopefully this is a nice stable climb.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, we're just shy of 860 right there. We're climbing pretty good here. Doing about what, 1,000, that's about 2,200 feet a minute.
Climbing flight level 240, 742.
All right, we're through transition altitude. Set altimeters to standard. There we go. Let's check our pressurization once again.
WestJet 4345, climb and maintain flight level 240. Report
Okay.
level.
Cabin altitude of 5,000 feet. We should see a climb here momentarily.
WestJet 4345.
And let's go ahead and get our weather radar on. How about that?
Mako 550, climb and maintain flight level 290.
Climb and maintain flight level 290 for Mako 550. $29,000 set. Let's go 50 miles.
Continue descent 14,000.
And let's turn on the radar.
Leaving 18,000 to 14,000.
Radar's clean.
2193.
Is there any way I can reduce the brightness here? Let's see. There we go. Whoops. There we go. A little bit too bright for my liking. But we're still climbing, doing about 2,000 feet a minute. We're through flight level 213 now, holding 280. I like it. Look at that sunrise. Moon right up ahead. Looking good. And we're doing 387 across the ground. So we've got a crosswind 56 knots out of the, what is that, west? Not bad. Not bad at all. So right now it's showing a top of climb, 69 nautical miles to go, about 10 minutes before we level off at 35,000 feet.
280, report level. Up to flight level 280, 742.
Copy that, Truck and Dad. So Truck and Dad's coaching me there through the chat. Let me hide the yoke camera. I no longer need it. So yeah, guys, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, the Falcon kind of struggles above the mid 30,000s, right? Flight level 350. We're going to level off at 35,000, but if you're climbing above that to the flight level 400 or higher region, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I just did a flight from Minneapolis to Vancouver a few days ago, and I was up at 45,000, and it took forever to climb up there. Burned up a lot of gas with a nasty headwind, and I actually ended up landing with a little bit low on fuel, like 600 pounds of fuel left, which is pretty low. But what Truck and Dad is suggesting is that above 370, right, 37,000 feet, you have to let it accelerate to Mach 0.82 indicated, and then initiate a climb at using vertical speed about 500 feet a minute. So it's a very shallow ascent. or climb, but it seems to be what works best for the Falcon 50. And I have no real experience, right, in these type of airplanes at all. I'm just trusting that Contrail did a good job vetting it with real-life Falcon 50 drivers, which they claim they have done. So there's real-life Falcon 50 pilots, whether present or past, that tried this out before this was even public to us to buy, and they claim that this is how the Falcon 50 behaves. I think a lot of us have some questions. There has been some quirks, especially on the landing. You'll see, hopefully it doesn't happen today, but there's a tendency for one of the wings to drop as soon as one of my mains touch down, which is weird, but we'll see. Truck and Dad made a good point. He believes it has something to do with my force feedback setting on the Moza AY210, and so that could be an issue, because we've seen other streamers have the same issue with force feedback yokes on the Falcon 50. Is that the case? Who knows? It might be. So we'll find that out momentarily once we get ready to descend and commence our approach. And don't worry, guys, we will not be doing the full-length flight, you know, real time. I'm going to speed it up. I don't like to spend too much time cruising, yapping. Yeah, Truck and Dad, I was actually talking to that about somebody on the comments. If you guys don't know, the TFE 731s, the engines that we have on the Falcon 50, yes, there's 3 of them. But this is kind of like that, the A340-300, right? You've got 4 APUs for engines, right? And that's a joke, right? Those are the IAE 2500s, which are what you see on the Airbus 320. But on the Falcon 50, these engines were designed around the core that was initially going to be, or was, the APU on the DC-10. Think about that for a second. These engines are designed around the core that was to be used as an auxiliary power unit for the DC-10. That should tell you everything you should know about the performance that you can expect out of these engines.
406, descend flight level 200 at your discretion.
And yeah, the EX, the Falcon 50 EX, did get some better engines. We're coming up to flight level 277, 278 here. There we go. Climb and maintain flight level 350 for Mako 550. $35,000 set. Auto throttle's doing its job. Temperature's looking okay.
742, climb flight level 320.
Everything else is happy.
Up to flight level 320, 742.
Look at the lights underneath lighting up the clouds. Are we over Seattle? Nah, 30 miles. Not too far.
Up to flight level 240, WestJet 4345.
So we're a beam pain field where Boeing has the 777Xs, Dreamliners. Renton is outside that area there with the 737 MAX, and then Boeing Field, of course, just north of Seattle, Tacoma International. Yeah, cloud layers blocking the view down below. She's a beautiful airplane, isn't she? Look at that. Why are my nav lights not showing? Hold on. There we go. We'll leave the camera right here as we continue inbound to the Seattle Vortex. Let me check JetCard, make sure everything is synchronized. Yep, climb phase, looking good. All right, everything looks good on the JetCard side. Everything's talking, everything's communicating. By the way, I'm glad the Mako call sign is working. And if you guys have heard us, right, we are flying under that Flight Sim Airways. That is our own airline or charter service through JetCard. Phenomenal application and program. If you're looking for that authentic, realistic charter experience as a contract pilot, as a Part 91 operator, Part 135 or 121, I don't think it's 121, but anyways, if you're looking for that realistic experience, something that goes a little bit further than the default career mode, I can't recommend JetCard enough. We are not sponsored by them. They don't even know who we are, to be honest. But if you're looking for a better experience than the default career mode, I highly, highly suggest and recommend JetCard. It costs you $20 US. That's it. One-time purchase, no subscriptions, no monthly bills. You just pay once, get your license, and you get access to the full suite of charters. There's over 15,000 flights available every single day across many, many executive aircraft, to include the heavies. You can fly a 737 BBJ, an A320, ACJ, Airbus corporate jet if you want to, on the Phoenix, on the Neo. There's options for that, right? And you don't have to fly with any airlines, right? You don't have to be a hired pilot. You can just be a contract pilot and pick up trips as you desire. Right now, Truck and Dad, he's in the chat. He's our chief pilot with that Flight Sim Airways, and he's helping us maintain this airline. We're up to, what, 4 pilots, 5 pilots now, I believe. Myself, Truck and Dad, and 2 other individuals, I believe, or 3. And we're open. We're open for hiring, so if you guys want to apply, pay is at 20%, but as we continue to grow, I will be making some adjustments. I want you guys to get compensated virtually. I wish I could pay you guys for real. I would love to be making money through this in real life, but unfortunately we can't. It's a simulator, right? But if you want to have some fun, want to make some trips, our fleet right now consists of the Citation 10, Learjet 35, Piaggio 180 Avanti, Falcon 50. We've got a PC-12, and I believe a TBM 960. And we're going to be growing little by little, all right? We just want to see some more people join our airline. And then as we get to grow a little bit more, we'll start adding a few more airplanes to the fleet. I know Truck and Dad really wants me to get that Sovereign Plus, and I will be glad to lease it here in the near future. But yeah, guys, check out JetCard. Again, we're not paid. We're not sponsored by them in any way. They don't even know who we are. Hopefully one day we can collaborate with them and get established as an official partner of the app. But for now, we just do it for fun, just to add that level of realism. Truck and Dad is asking, hey, Flight Effects, where's our Falcon 900 or the 8X? Dude, I'd be happy with the 900 or the 7X. The 7X is perfect. I used to feel those suckers, and yeah, putting 40,000 pounds of Jet A for a cross-Atlantic flight was impressive. I'd be there for like 10 minutes emptying a full truck into a Falcon, which is crazy. But the 7X and the 8X are huge. Those are big birds, man. What was I going to do? I knew I was going to do something or talk about something. Oh, and it is the TBM 930? Copy that. See, our chief pilot is on top of it.
Flight level 280. Negative contact, WestJet 43.
Is that Mount Rainier right there? Right? I always say the wrong names when I'm in the Seattle region. Somebody correct me. Mount Rainier, right? Now, Truck and Dad, I do have a question for you. Since you come from the executive aviation real world, have you ever heard or talked to any Falcon 900 or 50 drivers, or even 7X and 8X drivers, that claim that when they're up in the flight levels, they actually reduce thrust on number 2, right, the middle engine, to save a little bit of gas? Is that true? I could have sworn a Falcon 7X driver told me that one time, and they're like, yeah, well, once we're cruising across the pond, we bring back N1 on number 2, and then we just keep cruise power on engines 1 and 3 to save some gas. And I'm like, that's pretty smart.
918, good morning.
Does anybody know how to get rid of these black streaks out of the exhaust, especially in the cons, for any airplane in Flight Sim 2024? The only plane that doesn't do it is the Phoenix A320 for whatever reason. They're just so perfect in everything they do, but I don't get why this shows up. It's rather annoying. Not that we're outside all the time, but still, kind of looks weird. Look at that view. And don't worry, folks, I'll be accelerating the sim rate here in just a few moments. I just want to enjoy that sunrise. Deadeye 313, that JetCard sounds cool. I prefer private flying over commercial. Yeah, man, it's fun, man. Definitely check that out. Again, $20 US, one-time purchase. I think this app is on the cusp of becoming something bigger than it already is. I think it's a phenomenal product outright. And again, I'm going to keep beating a dead horse. We're not sponsored by them. We're not partners. They don't know who we are. We're just another YouTube channel that came across this service about 2 months ago. Truck and Dad was actually telling me to check it out for a few weeks before I finally bit the bullet and said, let's do it. And I have not looked back since. Every flight that I do now on the sim, with the exception of testing out a new airplane, I do it on JetCard. It just gives purpose to flying in the sim, right? You're not just flying to fly in free flight. I don't like the career mode on Flight Sim 2024. Hold on, let's go inside. I think career mode is kind of tacky, if you ask me. It's nothing personal, it's just my style. But that's where JetCard really comes in and feels better. Unable. This is our max performance for Mako 550. Don't be rushing me, dude. Barely climbing at 400 feet a minute.
Current altitude 35,000.
All right, maintaining current altitude, flight level 350. All right, so Truck that is saying, not that I've heard of. That's in response to my alleged #2 engine reduction in thrust. He's saying the 50 needs all three, and I believe they are synchronized, and the 8X, or is it the 10X, only has one throttle, I believe. Not sure, never flew one. I want to say it's the 10X, because the 10X is like the new generation, akin to the 6X. Personally, I think the 6X and the 8X, or the 10X, they're ugly. All right, I don't know what Falcon Design did, but hey, they're making money. They're proven, tried and true, so I'm not going to argue with that. But, whatchamacallit. Sorry, guys, I'm looking at my altimeter, and we're kind of leveling off here, picking up speed. Holding at Mach 0.8, and I don't want to go a little bit too faster because we've got that VNE right there, just shy of 300 knots indicated. But yeah, the 6X and the 10X, the next generation of the Falcon line, just, I don't know, it looks a little weird. The 7X and 8X, though, perfection. I mean, chef's kiss. They look perfect.
550, contact Seattle Center on 126.6.
126.6 for Mako 550. Bye-bye. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Again, nothing official, nothing with any real-life experience. I just think looks-wise, the 7X and the 8X and these legacy models, right, like the 20, the 50, the 900, the 2000, they look so good. Seattle Center, Mako 550, flight level tree 41, climbing tree 50.
Mako 550, Seattle Center, good morning.
There we go, 1,000 to go, finally. Once we level off, boys and girls, we'll speed up the sim rate, okay? We'll cancel that. I don't need to know that we're 1,000 feet shy of our cruise altitude. I can see it. We're doing just fine. And sorry, Truck and Dad, but yeah, to your point, I believe it's the 6X and the 10X that have the one throttle lever where everything is synchronized across the board. I think, though. Let's see. What else can I do? What's our VNAV showing? 1 minute, 7 miles to go before we hit 35,000. Look at our vertical speed. Doing 250, 300 feet a minute. There we go.
345, continue climb, flight level 360.
Good gas across the three engines there, or three tanks. Let's check our engine parameters real quick. Yeah, pressure's in the green, temperature's looking good. Burned up some gas, that's normal. 1,460 pounds down. N2's in the green, ITT is still happy, N1 doing its job. And everything looks good over here. Not much to do at this point, guys. Let's go to the back. Look at that view. Wouldn't it be nice to be flying early this morning on a Falcon 50 up in the flight levels, just chilling, enjoying life. Well, we can't do it for real, so we do it in the sim. And guys, if you're just tuning into the live stream, welcome aboard. We are Mako 550, Contrail Falcon 50, departed Vancouver about 20 minutes ago. We're on our way down to Ontario, California. Awesome scenery there. I love landing there. It sits right next to mountain ranges there in California. Looks great, and the approaches are always fun. So let's see what we can expect today. Right now, we are filed to arrive landing west on 26 left. So that'll be a good little approach. We're going to come over a lot of industrial plazas and complexes. And yeah, you'll see very soon as we get near Ontario. And who is this over here? Oh, somebody's going to be overtaking us. Definitely an airliner, but don't worry. Once we level off, we should be doing better on the speed. Yeah, that guy has afterburners. That's not fair, man. Come on now. We're flying this dinosaur. I think that's the 7.6 that was behind us. But I can't tell because I don't think we can track the AI flights from say intentions. We'll wait till he's a beam and then I'm gonna go on the outside camera. Or let's do that right now. Let's see. Let's see who he is. I'm gonna get closer to him. Let's go. Let's see who's out here. Oh God, it got quiet. It got quiet. Looks like a 737. Ah, WestJet. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. 73800. Drag racing us across the sky here. It got too quiet. I don't like this. All right, let's go back to the jet. Let's see how we're looking up in the flight deck. Oh, that was a little too close for comfort. That's odd. I thought the coffee cups should go away once we took off. Oh, well. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, you're free to roam about the cabin and consume caffeine or nicotine or whatever you prefer. Just don't smoke, please. Dude, we're not climbing. Okay, hold on.
Seattle Center, Aero Mexico 58, checking in, flight level 320. Aero Mexico 58, good morning, sir.
There we go, 400 feet a minute. We're just leveled off at 34.3, I think. So come on, baby. Yeah, Deadeye, come and join us, man. Trust me, we're not taking this seriously. We don't expect you to be flying every day, or I can't even fly every day, right? Trucking Dead's been flying a lot. A couple of our other pilots have been putting in some work. They've been flying like 4 or 5 legs a day, making some good money. So to Ernie, and I forget the other pilot, I'm sorry if I forget your name. Thank you for supporting us and for being part of that Flight Sim Airways. But yeah, Deadeye, come and join us, man. Have some fun. And again, our fleet is pretty diverse right now, and we want to expand it. So you get to choose what do you want to fly that day, and you can even reserve the aircraft for yourself. And there's even a messaging board. Here, I'm going to show you. Once we level off at 35,000 feet here, I'm going to show you the JetCard app to show you exactly what I'm talking about. And that way you can see how cool and interactive it is. Richard Bauer saying, hey, Captain Gonzo, FYI, I will be going back to and change my YouTube name to RB Simmer again because it's more authentic for what I do on YouTube. Hey, man, absolutely. We'll make sure to be following you and keep an eye out for your content, man. Again, I always appreciate you being here with us. So hopefully we can continue to see you on the chat, and hopefully we can catch you when you're doing your stuff on your end, man. Thank you again for the support. Yeah, trucking, that totally makes sense, man. We all got jobs, right? You know, we can't be here all day. I wish I could. It's like I was telling you, I wish I could sit here and get paid to do this all day. I would gladly do it, be a stay-at-home dad, and fly virtually and making money. But unfortunately, we are in the real world, and that does not work. If anybody knows like a Matrix hack or something, let me know. I'll be glad to do that. All right, we're leveled off, so let's go ahead and open JetCard. I'm going to bring it over here. There we go. Okay. So for those of you out there like Deadeye who are considering joining, again, here is the application. Very straightforward. You've got all these options right here. So let's start with home. It'll show you the latest updates. There's notes from the developer. Here are my stats. Total 7 flights, 9 hours and 32 minutes of flights. Look at my flight history here. You can see the routes that I've flown. And yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Go to financials. You can see the money that I've made. How many aircraft I own, again, under the airline. Here's the fleet value, $54.3 million. I've got a balance of $4.5 million. Again, that's with the money that we're making from these flights, but I also have to make payments. Okay, so if you're looking to start your own charter or company, you do have to make payments on a weekly basis, right, for your aircraft, your leasing, all that, and most of the time they're weekly payments. So you have to treat it with that level of realism and respect. But again, if you don't want to handle that and you don't want the hassle of managing your own virtual airline, just join us and let us do the heavy lifting for you. Reputation, this one's going to be a big one, right? Because right now we're not really filtering applicants as they're applying to us, but some other airlines might, right? So let's say I want to apply to Blues Virtual Airline or V1, right? I know they've got their own charter services set up through JetCard. If you do apply, I don't know if they have any filters, but because they're growing pretty quickly, I'm sure sooner than later they're going to be looking for a reputation of, like, let's say 70 or higher. The more flights you do, the better your landings get, the better your reputation gets, right? And you can see right now all of my stats because of my reputation. As that increases, I should see better loan offers, right? So right now my estimated best rate that I can get on a loan is 7.99% APR, and I can get up to $5 million as a loan, which is exactly what I did to get my airline started. Next, we'll go to logbook. Here are your actual flights, and you can see when you did that flight, what route, what airplane. And look, I did a couple of charter flights for the San Diego Padres on the PMDG 737. There's your duration and your net money that you got. Here's the charter board. This is what I was talking about. Over 15,000 flights available. So if you don't want to get hired by a specific charter company or airline, you do your own thing. You can look, you can filter. Let's say I want to fly only contract jobs. There's 10,200 flights available. Let's say I want to depart out of Orlando, executive. And let's say I want to go to Los Angeles. There's nothing there. Let's say I want to go to JFK. And look at that. It's already showing me from Orlando executive to JFK, there's an empty leg on a supersized or super mid-sized jet. That'll be a Citation Sovereign, Challenger 350, or something similar. Now, Truckin' Dad and I figured out one thing. JetCard doesn't really know what you're flying in the sim. You can do that route on a 747 for all you want, or a Cessna for all you care. It won't not tell you that it's incorrect. However, when you do accept the charter, it'll only let you select the applicable category of aircraft or airframe for that route. So maybe one day JetCard and Flight Sim are going to be talking to each other and they'll be able to determine what airplane you're on, but for now that's not the issue. Trips, this is my current trip dossier because I've accepted this route, and you can see Vancouver to Ontario. We're on our way to Ontario, and subsequently the next part of this trip is from Ontario to Albany, New York. So this AI generated, story is that this company wants to go down to Ontario. They want to go and check out some real estate, go through some depositions, and then fly out to Albany. And then you can see when the Albany deposition wraps, Dixon and the group have covered both costs or coasts on their legal calendar. The trip resolves wherever home base is. Vancouver being the departure point, that's where they're headed back to when the work is done. So it even gives you a storyline so that you feel like you're actually doing a real life trip. Here is the live traffic map. So every little plane you see here are actual pilots connected to JetCard doing flights live right now. And you can see anybody that's yellow is going to be showing who's on your airline. So right now, my own airplane, Captain Gonzo, showing right there. But if Truck and Dad was airborne, I would see him on the map with a different color than the rest of the airplanes in the air. And it's pretty cool because look, I can see what airline they're working for. Here we go, Dids. He works for V1's Executive Charter. There's the call sign, VECS or 544. Burbank to BOI. I think that's Boise, right? I can't remember. And they're doing it on a Citation Sovereign Plus. He's up at flight level 360. And he's got, what is it, 571 miles to go? Well, that's the overall trip. So pretty cool stuff. Again, it brings life, brings purpose to the sim. You can check the leaderboards. You can see who are the people that live on this app. And look at that, V1 Executive. Look at that revenue, 112 million, 3,300 flights almost. And their reputation, 100. But again, keep in mind, V1 is a big channel on YouTube. He's got a well-established presence, and look at that. He is doing a phenomenal job. His company is doing great. Airports, you can see all the airports across the world that are supported and recognized by JetCard. And keep in mind, it'll even issue out a rating for charters. So if you're looking to start a company, you can always confer and check out what the rating is for that specific airport. And you can even select it. I want to have FBOs, right? Signature, Atlantic, Million, Meridian, Shelter. If you want that only, click that, and it's only going to populate airfields that have FBOs, right? Not just international airport. Here's the bank. You can see your financial statuses. You can accept or request new offers for loans. I can make payments through here. I can refinance. Here's the aircraft market. So if you're in the market to buy an aircraft or just lease it, which is what I've done to start a company, this is where you do it. And you can go and negotiate your terms through the app. Job board, check it out. This is what every single charter company out there that is currently hiring, and you can just find out if they're hiring or not. Look at the reputations, look at the hiring, whether they're hiring or not. And look at this one, for example, Tayside, they are not hiring right now. They've got 3 pilots, 7 airplanes, and they're only offering 5% pay rate. So that's a bit low. So again, just to give a shout out to ourselves, we're offering a 20% cut for you as an individual pilot flying with us here on that Flight Sim Airways. So something to consider. Let's see if we show up. Hey, there we go. TFS. Yep, it's my company. That's our 3-letter identifier. Call sign Mako. Sanford based out of Sanford, which is just north of Orlando International. 4 pilots, 7 airplanes. We're offering 20% pay, independent. We are hiring, and our reputation will slowly but surely come up. And then lastly, company, let me show you the messaging that I was talking about. I believe it's not the ledger. Where is it? Messages. Here we go. So here you can see people or operators or pilots within the airline communicating, right? So Truck and Dad dropped a message yesterday. He said, I have the TPM booked on a coast-to-coast flight, bringing it back to home base, Sanford. I'll be out of town for the weekend. If anybody wants it, put a message here and Captain Gonzo will release it. So there we go. And then check it out. Charlie Sierra, that is another one of our pilots at Sanford. Is there a preferred location to park or hangar? I see several FBOs on the scenery I'm using from Contrail shop. So I can just respond right now and just say you can use your FBO of choice at Sanford. And just like that, anybody that comes through our airlines, they can go to the messages and they can see when we've dropped those messages. And look, you can see when stuff has been booked. Oh, it's pretty cool. Again, it's very, very easy, very intuitive. You can cycle it just to pilot messages alone. And then here is my administrative page where I can see and accept applications as they come through. So guys, don't be afraid to hop in and join us. It's fun. Okay, let's hide this. Let me go back to the chat. Sorry, guys. RB Simmer or Richard, absolutely, brother. I appreciate you as always again for being here with us and giving us your time of day. D3642, hello, my good sir. Good to see you. Welcome back. So I find using the trip features better after you hired on or start a company. If they hire on with us and use the charter board, we lose 15% on the cut. If they generate a trip, we get the full amount. Ah, there we go. Good to know. See, that's why you're the chief pilot. All right, let's speed it up, guys. Let's get going. We're gonna speed up the sim rate. We're still talking to Seattle. And our top of descent, we're showing 580 miles away, an hour and 14. We're gonna cut that short. Now the autopilot's gonna do his quirky stuff, trying to maintain cruise altitude. Nothing with the Contrail Falcon. This is just something with Flight Sim. Slow it down a little bit. There we go. 8 times the sim rate. Now we're doing the little oscillation back and forth. Look at that sunrise.
Contact Seattle Center on 121.35.
121.35 for Mako 550. Slow down a bit. 12135. Seattle Center, Mako 550, flight level 350.
Mako 550, Seattle Center, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, we've established contact. We're looking good. I don't see anything on the weather radar. Everything's looking clear, dead ahead. There we go. We've taken off just almost about 100 miles off from our top of descent. We'll continue here. And we're coming up to LMT, and we're going to be making a left turn heading southeastbound. Hopefully we begin our descent here in the next 10 minutes or so. So anybody got big plans for July 4th over here in the stateside? Let me know what you guys are doing. I got started very early this morning. I decided might as well get a flight in, make some money for the company before I go and enjoy the festivities. But I got to go to work tomorrow morning, so I have to be ready to hit the sack tonight early so that I can wake up at 3 in the morning when that alarm clock goes off and go to work. Okay, we're approaching this LMT waypoint, so we're going to slow it down. When the aircraft makes those banks along the route, I like to slow it down to 1 times the sim rate. I like it to stabilize, wings level, and then get back up on the speed. There's a turn. Very shallow turn, nothing crazy. It looks like there's a spotlight coming out of the clouds there. But look at the sunlight slowly engulfing the ground. That looks cool. Yeah, trucking that. I didn't even think about that, man. I need to go to bed like at 8 o'clock tonight, 9:30 at the latest, if I want to get some decent sleep. And I feel like that's when everybody's going to be blowing everything up. So, oh, man. I'm going to need some melatonin and maybe some magnesium on top of that to really get into a deep sleep. That is cool. I've never seen that effect here in the sim. All right, let's pick the speed back up. 55 minutes to go till our top of descent, but that is real time, right? If we were going to fly it real time, we're not doing that. We're going to keep on boogieing it down. I'm going to start reducing the intensity of our integrated lighting. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You got this. Still got plenty of gas. Got about 2,000 pounds across each tank. I'm happy with that.
Contact Seattle Center on 134.9er.
134.9er for Mako 550. Seattle Center, Mako 550, flight level 350.
Mako 550, Seattle Center, good morning.
Getting a little laggy as I look around now because the sim rate is hauling.
Alaska 56, good morning.
Bring it back one time. There we go. Back to 8x because we're kind of deviating off course.
WestJet 4345, flight level 330.
WestJet 4345, Oakland Center, roger.
Wow, we've only got a little quartering headwind there, 9 knots, and we're doing 465 across the ground. I'll take that. That is some good speed. Reduce that range. There we go. That looks better. Not much to do up here, folks. Just keep monitoring your engine parameters. Make sure your autopilot is staying on course and maintaining altitude. Besides the obvious oscillations there when we're speeding up the sim rate, we can expect that.
Mako 550, contact Oakland Center on 132.9 or 5.
132.9 or 5 for Mako 550.
United 2168 will be flight level 200 climb.
There we go. It's a little tricky there. Oakland Center, Mako 550, flight level 350.
Mako 550, Oakland Center, good morning.
Here we go. 14 to go. 13. Watching my EHSI there, showing the distance to go.
Southwest 4213, good morning. United 2168, reduced speed to 310.
310 knots, United 2168.
There we go. Initiating that bank.
United 21.
Whoa, look at that guy.
Flight level 280, report level.
Flight level 280.
That's cool.
United 2168.
I love that, having AI traffic doing its own thing.
Center, FedEx 1429, 7000.
FedEx 1429, Oakland Center, good morning.
That is cool. You see their contrails.
479.
Chemtrails engaged, baby.
Climb
flight level 280, 479.
Oh, he's doing a little S-turn there. What's going on there, buddy? All right, TTE, we're inbound. Let's go and check something out. Navigraph.
FedEx 5044, continue descent, flight level 230.
Here is our arrival.
FedEx 5044.
There she is, Tully, or Tool. TTE is our transition. You can see the dash lines on the star, or standard terminal arrival, showing that these are feeder routes into our arrival.
United 1806, roger, good morning.
So we're going to be coming in on heading or course 147 degrees. Looks like we're going to Zardy, then Lando, Blah, Palmdale.
Expect lower shortly.
Then we're going to Flavor at 250 knots, Majek at 250.
FedEx 5044.
And it's going to feed us right over these mountain ranges. And then we can expect a landing 26 left and right. That's going to be for Petus. Looks to be an NDB, right? NDB right there, 397. And that is going to be expecting vectors for the ILS into runway 26 left.
168, roger, maintain flight level 280.
If we were going to be landing to the east, then we would expect to go towards Paradise VOR and then get vectors to then circle, or not circle, but to come around and then land eastbound. But 26 left will be our arrival, and it's perfect because the FBO sits on the south end of the field, so that's going to work beautifully. Let's go back to Ontario. Approach. ILS or localizer 26 left. Let's go ahead and start briefing that approach.
91, roger, good morning, sir.
Here we are. So this is going to be the ILS or localizer for 26 left into Ontario, California. ATIS on 12425. So let's go ahead and tune that really quick. Leave it ready. So we've set that up on our VHF2, but we're still too far to pick up ATIS. We'll leave it ready to go. Okay, SoCal approach, north-northeast, north-northeast south, south-southwest. Here's tower frequency 120.6, ground on 1219er, localizer, identifier, and frequency. So India Tango Whiskey Oscar is the identifier, frequency 11135. Let's see if it's on our nav1 radio. Nope. 11135. We're going to set that to the active on our nav1 radio. Final approach course of 258 degrees. MUNS is our final approach fix at 3000. This is an ILS or a precision approach, so we have lateral and vertical guidance. Got a decision altitude of 1126 feet mean sea level, MSL, or a decision height of 200 feet above ground level using the radar altimeter. Airport elevation 944 feet. Touchdown zone elevation on runway 26 left is 926 feet. Here is our minimum safe altitude or minimum sector altitudes around the Paradise VOR, depending on where you're coming in from. So we're from this kind of section of the pie, so 11,300 is our minimum safe altitude. And it makes sense, right? Because just to the north of the field here, we've got some high mountains. We got to be careful. On the missed approach, we would climb to 2,800, then climbing left turn to 5,400 feet. Direct Paradise VOR and hold. Continue climb and hold to 5,400 feet MSL. RMP approach GPS from Tycho. Transition level is flight level 180. And here's a note letting us know that the vertical glide slope indicator and the ILS glide path do not coincide. The VGSI angle is 3 degrees with a threshold crossing height of 74 feet. We've got the ALSIF-2 lighting system and PAPIs on the left side of the runway, on runway 26 right. Here we go. So Petus is our initial approach fix. You can see from there, Yukuk has to be at 3,400 feet on that final approach course of 258 degrees. MUNS, where we capture that glide slope as represented by the Maltese cross at 3,000. And then we continue on that descent down to our minimums. And again, minimums right here for an ILS, 1126 or 200 feet above ground level on the radar altimeter. From our, let's see, from MUNS to our missed approach point, that is our final approach fix to the missed approach point, 6.3 DME. And we're probably going to be approaching between 100, 120, I want to say 120, so our descent should be about 640 feet per minute. And we can expect between MUNS to our missed approach point to be on that for about 3 minutes and 9 seconds. So I know what to expect. I'm happy with this quick brief. Let's go ahead and set up the FMS with the ILS.
3000.
Down to 15,000.
Flight plan. Nope. Let's go. Sorry, where is it? Plan. Nope. Nav. Where is it? No, that's not what I want. There we go. Approach. 26 left. We're going to expect the ILS. And we're going to use PETUS as our initial approach fix. There we go. Everything else is published. Enter. And now we can cycle through and see that we have our final approach fix and our missed approach point there, showing an ETA or estimated time of arrival. And there's the holding point of the Paradise VOR. So we're looking A-OK. Let's check our VNAV now. Still showing 159 miles to go, or 19 minutes. We're going to speed it up. And let's get going with this descent.
44, continue descent 13,000.
Down to 13,000, FedEx 5044.
Oakland Center, American 1198, comp check.
American 1198, you're loud and clear.
Now we got a gnarly quartering tailwind there, 51 knots. Look, we're doing almost 500 knots across the ground. I love it. And I believe we're about to cross over, what is that, Fresno? All right, KFAT.
United 2168, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Don't need the lights.
United 2168, descend discretion flight level 290.
Getting closer to our transition into the arrival of Tull or Tully. Don't know how to say it. About 75 miles to go toward top of the descent. And we're doing 509 knots across the ground, by the way. I'm looking at my GPS here. Look at that.
Southwest 3560, contact Los Angeles Center on 128.375. Good morning.
We're going to slow back down. About to cross over that transition. Let's switch our TCAS to below. Range, do 20 miles. Woo, got bright. Looking good.
Mako 550, contact Los Angeles Center on 128.375.
128.375 for Mako 550. Come on. Los Angeles Center, Mako 550, flight level 350. 5 minutes to go till our top of descent. We're going to go ahead and arm VNAV. VNAV is armed. You can see the white indicator there on top of your PFD.
Mako 550, Los Angeles Center, good morning.
And truck and dad, there we go. So we're showing 43 nautical miles for 5 minutes. We'll speed it up here a little bit. Speeding up, speeding up, speeding up. Come on, baby. Come on.
Mako 550, cleared Ziggy 8, TTE, transition into Ontario. At your discretion, descend and maintain flight level 250.
Cleared Ziggy 8 arrival, TTE transition, and we'll descend and maintain flight level 250 at our discretion for Mako 550. That's the call that I wanted, baby. Almost coinciding with our top of descent, so that's good.
Mako 550, cross Lando at or above flight level 250.
Cross Lando at or above flight level 250 for Mako 550. All right, about 1 mile to go. Let's go ahead and start dropping. $25,000 set. There we go. VNAV has captured that descent, and let's go ahead and reduce power. That machine gun fire, by the way, is our pitch trim. Reset our cabin pressure or for our landing field elevation. Remember that our touchdown zone was about 930 feet, so I just set it to 1,000. We're going to zoom in. Let's see if we can pick up ATIS.
Niner. Density altitude 1300 feet. Towing operations underway. Expect brief delays near remote gates. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information November.
Okay, information November. Let's keep listening.
Ontario International Airport. Information November. 10530.
Descend and maintain 4,000. Altimeter 299 for Mako 550.
Arriving and departing runways 26 right, 26 left. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Broken at 25,000. Temperature 17, 2.13. Altimeter 29999. Density altitude
4,000 set.
0 feet. Towing operations underway. Expect brief delays near remote gates. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information November.
Okay, we got November.
Delta 2399, Los Angeles Center, roger.
So that little symbol of our airplane's a little bit off because we were inbound from Tully. We crossed Zart and we're inbound blue. So we're good though. We're on the proper descent path, looking good. Look at that, our vertical deviation only 24 feet. That's pretty good. Required feet per minute down, 2,100. We're doing about 1,900. And we're expected to cross blue about flight level 270. But it'll keep updating as we get closer. Now, we did have that constraint of Lando at or above flight level 250, which we already passed, and we're good. So we met that requirement. Otherwise, we are okay. Flavor has to be at 250 knots, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Let's check data. Now, let's go back to VNAV.
Alaska 5646, roger. Good morning.
And there we go. Altitude constraints for the approach as they apply. Looking good. We've turned on the seatbelt signs. We've got information November on board. Let's get our approach performance done. Click that little arrow. We're going to sync the bugs to our speeds. So there we go. Estimated weight would be 28,200 pounds for the approach. VREV, or landing speed of 112. Approach speed of 117. I'm going to make it 120. And it looks like we're going to be needing 3,150 feet of runway. Next, flaps will be slats plus 48. So we're going full flaps out. Approach power will be about 98.5%, and then maximum continuous thrust at 99.9. So we're good. Speed bugs are set, 112 and 117. There they are.
Descend and maintain flight level 220. Expect lower shortly.
Looking good.
Flight level 250 for flight level 220, Alaska 5646.
Get a little power. A little power.
Delta 2399, climb flight level 240.
See if we can hold 250 on this descent. Doing about 2,000 feet a minute, so that's beautiful right now. VNAV deviation showing we're right on the money, 15 feet. I'll take that. Let's check our pressurization panel, showing a descent. That's good. In the green. Cabin altitude slowing coming down. About 8 psi of differential pressure. I like it. This is where the fun begins, boys and girls. So if you're still here with me, thank you so much. If you're just tuning in, we've begun our descent into Ontario, California. So stay tuned as we get ready for our approach and landing. And while we're here, let's press on the range knob. And let's go ahead and set our minimums. 200 decision height. Remember, DH is height, which is your radar altimeter, or which is your above ground level height. Otherwise, if you were using your minimums based on the altimeter setting, it would be a DA, decision altitude. We'll click back on that dial. Now if we've set our minimums, we are okay. We've briefed our approach. We've got information November. FMS has loaded the approach. ILS 26 left. Nav radio is tuned. Final approach course, we can verify it once we switch nav sources. And we're A-OK. We're crossing over Palmdale. There it is. Looking good. There we go. We're inbound flavor. We're going to cross it at 250. We're at 246. Close enough.
Up to flight level 280, Delta 2399.
Got some clouds right here. Looks like some cumuliform clouds or cumulus clouds. Nothing crazy. Those are scattered. Happy with that.
Alaska 5646, descend and maintain 15,000. Expect lower shortly.
Hey, trucking that, copy that. Yeah, the Millionaire scenery. Yeah, I think that's where actually we did our startups from there on the Honda Jet. We did the tutorial, and I think that's exactly where we were parked, just right next to the gates there where Allegiant parks out of. So that's a good starting point for our company. Okay, everything's looking good, guys. Continuing the descent. We're at 20,200 now, flight level 202. We've been cleared to descend to 4,000 via the Ziggy 8. There we go. We're going to reduce power just a tad there as we cross flavor. I'm happy VNAV is working.
Leaving flight level 350, flight level 310, Southwest 6393.
Look at the mountain range. It's starting to come into view now. That's where those minimum safe altitudes really are important to understand. Because if weather conditions were not VMC, right, visual meteorological conditions, then you probably won't see this. You know, if you're in the clouds and you've got some low-level fog or cloud layers, this could be an issue, guys. All right. Now, obviously, ATC, their job is to obviously give us vectors and routing. Oh. 127.0 for Mako 550. SoCal approach, Mako 550. We're at 17,600 descending 4,000. Ziggy 8, we've got November.
Mako 550, SoCal approach, appreciate November, thank you. Good morning, Ontario, altimeter 2999er, cleared Pettus transition, expect the ILS runway 26 left approach into Ontario.
Altimeter 2999er, and expect the Pettus transition for the ILS 26 left into Ontario for Mako 550. Perfect. That's exactly what we briefed, exactly what we loaded.
Los Angeles Center.
All right, I'm gonna turn off the radar, the weather radar. I don't need it.
Frontier Flight 4964, Los Angeles Center, good morning.
Good there, doing 248. About to cross Flavor.
Frontier Flight 4964, contact SoCal approach on 121.3.
121.3 for Frontier Flight 4964. Los Angeles Center, Southwest 2827, 13,000.
Southwest 2827, Los Angeles Center, roger.
15-3. Let's see if we get vectors here.
Contact Albuquerque Center on 125.25.
125.25, Southwest 2827, thanks.
You can see the way the arrival is set up, right? We've got some minimum in-route altitudes. Mia's 10,700, 10,000, 84, 81. It's going to take us through this nice opening here through the valley of these mountains, so we should be a-okay. Not have to worry about terrain or obstacle clearance here, okay? So we are perfectly fine. We've been clear for the arrival. We can expect some, whatchamacallit, some vectors here momentarily.
Los Angeles Center, Frontier Flight 4964, 9,000.
Frontier Flight 4964, Los Angeles Center, roger.
There we go, and we should be picking up that NDB. There's the bearing pointer, 397 set for PETUS. That is our initial approach fix. Yeah, trucking that. The weather radar's been perfect actually on the way into Ontario, or not Ontario, Vancouver. From Minneapolis, I did see the weather on the radar, and it matched exactly what I was seeing live on the sim, so it works. It works pretty good. Okay, 245 indicated on the airspeed. We're still descending beautifully.
Delta 486, Los Angeles Center, good morning.
Los Angeles Center, German Cargo 587, 9,000.
German Cargo 587, Los Angeles Center, roger.
And the airport should be somewhere out here, guys. We should be seeing it very soon. A little hazy there, but not to be worried. We've got everything configured. Speed's looking good.
German Cargo 587, contact.
And look at that. We're at 11,500 MSL. Mia is 10,000, so we are A-OK. Between head speed and high top, it's going to be 8,400, and we are well above that. Truck, and it'll show up on your EHSI, not the Garmin. I don't even know if this Garmin is capable of weather. It could be. And you also have on the McDo's here. I saw it the other day. I was messing with it. Weather graphics, enter. Yeah, and I think you can actually see it right here as well if you've got your radar on. But I haven't messed with it, so I'm not too familiar.
Cargo 587, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Woo, I'm excited, guys. Everything's flowing smoothly. All right, about to cross 10,000. Landing lights on. Everything looks good. As we transition to our approach phase, I'll go ahead and turn our ignitions to air start for maximum or continuous sparks. Let's go ahead and do that now. We're going to set the standby pump to on.
Southwest 2341, Los Angeles Center, good morning.
SoCal approach, United 64, so long.
120.6 for tower.
FedEx 849 Los Angeles Center, roger, good morning. Southwest 345 Los Angeles Center, roger.
All right, you know what? Now I'm going to go ahead and just go into vertical speed.
127.0, FedEx 849, thanks for the help.
We're going to descend a little bit more aggressively. Now that we're clear of those mountain ranges, I'm going to reduce power.
On for 118.125, American 118, good day.
There we go.
American 383 Los Angeles Center, roger.
Let's bring back power. Let's see what ATC has us do here. Hopefully everything flows smoothly.
Skywest 8705, SoCal departure, roger.
And where's the airport? Should be somewhere over here, just past these little peaks here.
American 383, contact SoCal approach on 121.3. Skywest 8705, contact Ontario Tower on 120.6.
120.6, Skywest 8705, thanks for the help.
Start reducing that descent rate.
550, traffic at your 12 o'clock 2 miles at 4500737.
Looking for traffic for Mako 550. And Mako 550, we've got the traffic in sight. What is he doing? Bro. What? Really, bro? You're just gonna have me cross underneath this guy? We're converging. I know we're probably on parallel approaches, but I need to step over to 26 left, and he's...
Speed 210 for spacing.
Speed 210 for spacing, Mako 550.
Mako 550, descend and maintain 3,400 feet, clear
Traffic,
for the ILS.
traffic.
6 left approach via Pettit.
Descend.
All right, I'm taking over.
Descend.
We're...
Clear of conflict.
Good Lord, man.
American 1499, Los Angeles Center, roger. Hawaiian 1372, contact San Bernardino Tower on 119.45.
Over to San Bernardino Tower on 119.45, Hawaiian 1372.
Approach, be advised, we just had an RA. We descended. I see that 7-3. He's off to our 9 o'clock now. Just letting you know. All right, let's get back up to 3,400 feet here. We're going to make this turn manually. Look at this guy right on top of me.
Traffic.
Southwest 8730, SoCal
Descend.
departure, roger.
Descend.
And he's gone.
Mako 550, roger, advise of any further traffic or issues.
Traffic no factor for Mako 550. We're intercepting the localizer now for 26 left.
Mako 550, contact Ontario Tower on 120.6.
Over to tower 120.6. Do your job next time. Ontario Tower, Mako 550 on the ILS 26 left. We're just going to hand fly this, guys. I don't like that. Let's go slats. Yeah, TCAS is definitely working.
593, contact departure on course.
Mako 550, Ontario Tower, roger. Runway 26 left, winds calm, cleared to land.
Clear to land 26 left for Mako 550. All right, let's go ahead and enable our camera. Not cool, gang, not cool. Slightly below glide slope. We're going to keep slowing her down. Let's go gear down. I come left for lineup. flaps 20. All right, taxi light on. And again, for our VAP, we're going to be looking for about 120 knots. There we go, we're on glide slope. And let's go flaps 48. Get on the power. This thing's going to drag.
607, hold short of runway 8 left.
Hold short of 8 left, Alaska 607.
There's the machine gun fire. Okay, before landing, checklist gear down and lock 3 green. Flaps set to 48. Speed brakes are retracted. Ignition set to air start. Got our missed approach altitude set 5400. Get in the power, get on the power. Okay, slow. This is where the Falcon 50 really is challenging. Most critical phase. All right, slightly high. I want to keep the power in though. I just want to bring the nose down. There we go, 120,
Alaska
looking good.
607, hold short of runway 8 left.
Holding short of runway 8 left, Alaska 607.
Little power, little power. There we go, 2 red, 2 white. Okay, feels pretty stable there. A little bit left for lineup. Give it a little rudder. There we go.
500.
Alaska 607, hold short of runway 8 left.
300.
Holy smokes, look at all the cargo traffic there.
607.
200.
Keeping the power in, I'm keeping the power. Okay, a little firm. Boards out. Look at this thing. Won't turn. Number 2 in reverse. And why is this thing? Look at this. It's just turning right.
Runway 8 left, Alaska
Wow.
607.
My brakes are stuck. Okay. Cool. Just come to a complete stop on the runway.
Mako 550, exit back to Babel. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Exiting at Quebec and then ground on 1219er for Mako 550. Yeah, don't know what's up with that. You guys saw that? So it was like if I was stepping on the left toe brakes and it wouldn't come back to center line. All right, we're gonna see that replay, guys. Okay, I need to see that. Come to the right here. We're gonna hold. All right, let's see the replay. Here we go.
Mako 550 after the departing AM flight 99 runway.
Oh, of course, somebody's on the runway.
Calm, clear to land.
Oh, trucking dad, I forgot that. The yacht Emperor. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I just failed to check right. That explains that. Watch, we're gonna go over an airplane here. It was looking decent. A little bit off center line. Not bad, not bad.
AM Flight 7288, contact departure on course.
To departure, AM Flight 7288, good day.
That really breaks my heart, guys. That really breaks my heart. God, that's annoying. Nothing ever goes to plan. Well, yep, lesson learned. That was my fault.
United 1936, contact departure.
There we go. We're back to where we were at. Yep, I left the yacht amper on. That explains that. So there you go, guys. Use that as a learning lesson. All right, after landing checklist. Flaps cleaned up. Landing light can go off. Strobes off. Wing inspection light. Close that bus tie. Let's get the APU started. Let's go to ground. There we go. Ontario ground, Mako 550, clear of 26 left at Quebec, requesting taxi to the FBO.
Mako 550, taxi to Ameriflight 8 Brigade 100 via Quebec Sierra. Good day.
Quebec Sierra for Mako 550. Oh, I'm an idiot. I can't believe I had the freaking yacht amper still on. And look at this. Look, the brakes are like stuck. Look. What's going on? Am I paused? What's going on? There we go. Gotta get out of the replay. Good God. Alright, landing light can come off. Back to ground. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my number 2 engine. Why is my APU? There we go. Well, that's a real bummer. I gotta see what my landing rate was on whatchamacallit, JetCard. Yep. That was weird. I could have sworn I just did that. There we go. Here's Sierra. We're gonna make a left onto the FBO. Pitot heat off. I always park here. I don't even know what this is. I don't think this guy's actually going to marshal me in. He doesn't have wands, right? Oh, yes, he does. Okay. I'll swing around. Make sure we don't hit that citation M2.
2 doors closed, ready for push and start.
Here we go. Let's cut her in.
Southwest 8172, cleared for push and start. Roger, pushback approved. Southwest 8172.
Come on, baby. Almost there. Almost there.
Pushback and start approved. Volaris 1811.
Okay. That's all good there. Leader on. And let's kill those engines. Go to ground, chocks. Let's go ahead and open up that cabin door.
Southwest 24,
whoops.
44, ready to push.
There we go. Beacon can come off.
2544, push approved. Expect taxi shortly. Roger, pushback approved. Southwest 2544.
Here we are.
Southwest 6682, boarding complete. Request pushback.
All right, let's look at our JetCard app real quick while we're sitting here. All right, Truck and Dad. Yeah, that was one of the better landings, I agreed. But yeah, I'm going to get some breakfast too. I got to get ready to start my day. Let's look at JetCard really quick before I get off the air so I can show you guys how it looks.
Ready for push.
And let's go ahead and turn off say intentions. We don't need that noise in the background. Here we go. Let's go to our trip. Dispatch. Oh, why is it disconnected? No, come on. We're gonna press complete flight anyways. Okay, negative 263 feet per minute. Yeah, that was a bit harsh, not the smoothest, but hey, walked away with $21.6 thousand. Not bad at all. It's good money for the airline. It should be covering costs of the fleet. We'll press return to trip, and now you can see that the next available route is that long haul from Ontario to Albany. 2,100 nautical miles. That's going to be an interesting flight if and when I do that. Now I can go to my logbook. I can see the flight has been set. No, there we go. And there we go. Made some money for the company. There it is, registered automatically. And then check this out. You can open up your virtual phone. You can see messages. Captain, quick reminder, $129,000 payment on, it's due tomorrow. Outstanding balance, $5 million. Ouch. I'll be in touch. Thanks for hitting me that. Let's see. So yeah, I just gotta make a payment. I might as well make it now before I finish off, but not bad, guys. Made some money, and there we go, another flight in the books with Mako. Gonna close that out. Let's go outside, see what's up with the airplane, make sure she's not broken. Nope, looking good. Oh, what happened with the flaps? What's up with that? I retracted flaps. Okay, whatever. Let's open our baggage door here. That's weird. I retracted flaps. I know for a fact I did. Oh well. Looks good like that, right? Looks fancy. All right, guys. Well, you've been with me since this morning on our departure from, what was it, Vancouver? We're finally down here in Ontario. Not the greatest landing. We had a little resolution advisory there from TCAS. Almost converged with a Southwest 737. Go figure. Thanks, Southwest. And we took the controls so that we could avoid running into that 7-3. So, you know what? We made it down safely. Guys, big shout out again to all of you guys who've been here watching us. Thank you for your time. Truck and Dad, RB Simmer, D3642, everybody else, thank you so much for interacting with us. If you're in the United States or anywhere across the world and you're American, happy July 4th. Guys, go have fun responsibly. Be safe out there. Don't blow your fingers off. If you're going to be enjoying adult beverages, please do so responsibly and make sure you get home safe with your family and your loved ones. Happy July 4th to everybody else across the world. Have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. And thank you again for tuning in to fly with me here with that Flight Sim Airways. I'm Captain Gonzo, that Flight Sim channel. Smooth landing, guys. Happy flying. We'll see you on the next one. Later. Thank you, Fred. Have a good one, brother. Take care.